Hey people, it is Monday, July the 25th, and the time is 1:11 in the afternoon, and it's currently 22 degrees Celsius. And I'm here on Harvard Street, just a bit west of the University of Toronto campus. And I'm going to be making my way through the campus, cutting through Queen's Park, and heading over to Yonge Street, and then I'll be heading south on Yonge to Carlton, and then I'll make my way east on Carlton, and I'll be ending the video at the Maple Leaf Gardens Loblaws grocery store. I just ended a video in this area, and I thought, why not just record my walk heading towards home, since I do have to make a stop at Loblaws before I go home. So it won't be a walk all the way home, but most of the way home. And this is a very nice neighborhood here. This is known as Harvard Village. All kinds of interesting little shops and restaurants. A lot of it catering to the student population at the University of Toronto. So here's Spadina Avenue. So this is where we officially enter the campus of the University of Toronto. As you can see by this sign welcoming you. And this whole block here is slated for redevelopment. I'd say these homes probably date from the 19th century or the early 20th century. And you can see what the new development is there, although the details of it have been obscured. It looks to be a mid-rise residential building. Normally they have the stats or the details here, but someone covered it up. Huron Street, and there's Robarts Library, the main library building for the University of Toronto, with its brutalist architecture. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think more people hate it. I don't know if I love it, but I don't hate it. I kind of like it. And this is where the cherry blossom trees were when they were blooming a few months back. I mean, the trees are still here, obviously. I did do a video walking through there during full bloom. And there was crowds of people taking photographs and milling around and looking at the pretty colors.
I would like to.
And here's St. George Street. This is sort of like the main street through the campus. Another look at the library. And this is where Harvard Street becomes Hoskin Avenue as you head east. And that ice cream truck is not playing its regular ice cream music. Some very nice tree-lined streets all through the campus. There's the athletic fields. Some grand architecture here. Trinity College, maybe one of the nicest buildings on campus. The campus is a mix of these old classic buildings and some new modern additions. I think it's done quite nicely. They tend to complement each other. U of T is the largest university in Canada and usually the most highly ranked one as well. Sometimes McGill might sneak up above it on various rankings, but seems lately U of T does come out on top. Sort of the closest thing to an Ivy League type university, along with McGill and a couple other ones, Queen's, Dalhousie. Yeah, to cut through Queen's Park. Lots of nice shady spots to kick back in this park. Good tree cover. Large mature trees at that. On either side of the park is a one-way thoroughfare. This one over here is called Queen's Park Crescent East, and on the other side it's, you guessed it, Queen's Park Crescent West. And on the south end is Wellesley Street. This is where Wellesley Street begins here. It's westernmost end, and it continues all the way through downtown, ending in Cabbagetown. There's the Whitney Block, nice historic office building. It dates from the 1920s. And to the south is the financial district. You can see First Canadian Place towering off in the distance. And up in that direction is the Bloor-Yorkville area. And we're still on U of T territory here. That continues over to Bay Street or so. The Faculty of Music. Here's St. Joseph's College School. This is a high school for girls, I believe. I think a girl I dated several years back told me she went to that school when she was in high school. It's one of those schools where everyone wears kilts. So we're approaching Bay Street. And that's a new park across the street, which hasn't yet opened to the public. Still putting the finishing touches on that. I think it'll be opening very soon, though, by the looks of it. There's part of this new development called Wellesley on the Park. Another new residential tower is rising here. This one will be quite tall, as are most of the towers that are being built along Yonge Street. See quite the huge pit here. It might be taller than this one, actually. And here's Yonge Street. We'll head south. Maybe I'll cross the street up here at Alexander Street. Or maybe right here at Grosvenor Street. This is common in Toronto where streets don't always line up perfectly. There's a bit of a jag between them here. And then the street name changes. That's the old clock tower, the former St. Charles Tavern, I believe it was called. So the old clock tower is being preserved. And one of the old storefronts also. Another set of streets that don't quite line up. On this side it's Wood Street. On that side it's Grenville Street. Toronto's grid is quite unusual. It's more like a broken grid. All the streets don't line up with one another. Only the major streets tend to continue on. We got a live one. there's College Street heading this way. These ones do line up, but the street name still changes. What's up with that, you might ask? On this side it's Carlton Street, and then after crossing Yonge it becomes College Street. There's College Park and the Aura, tallest residential building in the city for the time being, until a couple of currently under construction buildings surpass it. And I'm not sure what's happening up there. There seems to be police and fire. Not sure if that's worth investigating or not. Well, I guess we'll find out later if that was anything major. So now we're going to head east on Carlton. Yeah, we're just about at our destination. And here we are, church in Carlton. The Maple Leaf Loblaws. An old historic former hockey arena. This is where my journey comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed the walk, starting from Harvard Village, walking through the U of T campus, through Queen's Park, along Wellesley and south along Yonge, to Carlton, ending here at Church Street. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the walk. Let me know your thoughts on downtown Toronto in July of 2022. Does it seem fully back to normal yet? I'm tending to think it does, personally, but some people might not agree. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell, that way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal. And view my merch store and the recently enabled Super Thanks button right down below. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.